guys, Jay. Welcome back to the channel. So guys, 2023 seems to be starting off with a bang, and Mattel Creations seems to be starting it off pretty raw. Guys, if you enjoyed this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I post up to 2 episodes a week and hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys will always know when new episodes are posted. Well guys, it's going to be a happy new year for some fans and kind of a bit of a head scratcher for others. So guys, let's take a look at what Mattel Creations is offering up this time on MattelCreations.com. Let's have a look. Guys, this news comes to us courtesy of Toy Konnections. Guys, Ken over at Toy Konnections is an amazing reviewer, and he does a lot of nostalgia reviews, mostly concentrating now on G.I. Joes, but he is a huge wrestling fan and really keeps up to date with everything wrestling. Definitely head over to Toy Konnections on YouTube, give them a like and a follow, tell them that Jay sent you. So, Ken over at Toy Konnections gave me a heads up on this, and honestly, it blindsided me completely. I had no idea anything like this was coming up, and I do have to say, Mattel has to do a much better job of letting fans know what's going on their Mattel Creations side. I mean, this is a big deal for some, and kind of a head-scratcher for others as well. And you know what, let's dive deep into this and figure out exactly what's going on. If we head over to MattelCreations.com, there are a lot of great products coming out. I mean, they're talking about the Barbie movie, of course, summer 2023, Built to Move, you know, their new Lego pieces for the Mega and Pokemon, more Barbie figures with Serene Crystal Energy, but what we came to look at is, of course, this brand new announcement of the Raw is War Again wrestling ring. What's going on here? Again, I am completely gobsmacked by this. I have no idea that this was ever even, announced or even thought of. Did they announce this project at all? Honestly, I am completely blindsided by this. 23 hours, 58 minutes, and 52 seconds. I mean, it's launching tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I mean, like, this is just crazy. I'm totally beside myself. But let's take a look and see exactly what's entailed here. I mean, this is kind of crazy. So if we hit explore, holy crap, $140 for a full-size ring. I mean, it's not out of the question. And it appears you get a figure. It looks like it's Kane. So what exactly are we looking at here? What exactly are we getting? So it is the WWE Ultimate Edition Attitude Era ring and Kane figure at $140 USD. Launches January 4th, 2023 at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I'm just going to mention this really quickly. Mattel, give us a little bit more heads up. This is definitely a Mondo move where you only get about a week or so, and in this case, a few days to really get ready for this. $140 right after the holidays? Come on. So it continues to go on and says, relive one of the wildest eras in the WWE television with the Ultimate Attitude Era ring and Kane figure. The Ultimate Edition Attitude Era features a sculpted plank detailed base along with fabric turnbuckles, matte and Raw is War ring aprons. The Kane figure has over 30 points of articulation along with swappable hands and head. Well, I mean, yeah. WWE Ultimate Ring, authentically scaled, fully articulated Kane figure. The measurements of the ring are 21.4 inches by 21.4 inches, so it's definitely the squared circle. Highly detailed 6-inch tall action figure, life Turk, true effects facial detail to bring out the superstar's life to life. Yeah, I mean, I'm really kind of just flubbed here. I had no idea that they were going to do another wrestling ring. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks great. I mean, again, it's borrowing much from the previous release that they just made and have shipped out to fans not too long ago. But I mean, is this too much too soon? I really don't know. If you are a fan of the Attitude Era, which arguably is what really propelled the WWE to incredible heights, I mean, this could be the must-have ring for a full-size, collectible in terms of 6-inch scale, or I guess it would be 7-inch scale. But honestly, is it enough to get somebody to shell out $140 for an exclusive Kane figure? I hope it's exclusive. I really haven't been keeping up with many of the wrestling figures that are out there. But does anybody know, please let me know in the comment section below, is this an exclusive Kane figure? Has this Kane ever been released at any point in the WWE license with Mattel? Because he does look awesome. Don't get me wrong. He looks absolutely stunning. But again, to me, he's just another Kane figure, and there have been many. Let's be perfectly honest. But the allure here, what's really supposed to sell this set, and of course, the biggest part of this price tag is the wrestling ring itself. I mean, is this enough? We literally just had this WWE Ultimate Edition New Generation era. I mean, this was just sent to fans not too long ago at $250 US, and it came with a crap ton of things. Stretch goals, Diesel, Doink the Clown, additional swaps, skirt rings, and then it went so far as to actually do a Hail Mary pass with an early backer bonus of the WWE Randy Macho Man Savage. I mean, come on. They literally threw a Hail Mary pass for this one and threw in Macho Man with all this crazy stuff, and that's really when it started picking up traction. I am very, very concerned that this ring might be too much too soon. I mean, it looks like a great ring. It really does, but is anybody willing to shell out $140 for a Raw is War ring when they already shelled out $250 for an Attitude Era ring, which was supposed to be the Ultimate Edition? The entrance stage, the ring itself, side skirts, multiple side skirts, for the unlocks, for the second unlock tier. I'm just kind of perplexed here. And is Kane, this Attitude Era Kane, is he enough to sell this product? I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical about this. And don't get me wrong. I want this to be a reality. I want this to work. But I'm just kind of beside myself here. And I really do have to say, if you were going to do this, Mattel, if this was going to be your big, huge, Mattel Creations project for January, get some groundswell out there. Talk to some people who are huge fans. I mean, Pixel Dan's a wrestler, for crying out loud. He wrestles on the weekends. He could have gotten the word out really big for this. And you know what? It wouldn't have been any sort of a surprise to anybody. I'm not 100% sure on this. Honestly, I really do hope it does well for anybody who is a WWE fan. But there are a lot of questions for me. There's a lot of things on the fence here. I mean, yeah, you get a wrestling ring. Yeah, you get an exclusive edition of Kane, if that's actually what this is. But for $140 in this climate, and you just released a WWE Ultimate Edition New Generations Era ring at $250 with a lot of great stuff. And again, people have already picked this up. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not really seeing this as, flying off the shelf in January right after Christmas. That's just my opinion. I really do hope this does well, but it wouldn't surprise me if this has a slow creep before finally selling out later in the year. Again, I hope it does well, but Mattel, you really got to do something about your marketing. I'm kind of surprised by this announcement, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I mean, it's not that I'm not a wrestling fan. I mean, I do dabble in wrestling every now and then. I'm more of the, rock and wrestling kind of era. So that's my preference in terms of action figures. However, I do have to say, this is kind of an interesting move by Mattel. However, I will have to mention that much like the WWE Classic Ring, which they released as a crowdsource funding project, there's not enough fanfare around this particular release. As a matter of fact, it seems to me that much of Mattel Creations' releases kind of suffer from not enough fanfare. In a lot of ways, they need to work on, getting the word out to as many people as possible. One thing I would personally do is I would reach out to guys like Kyle Peterson or Toy Konnections, people who actually really are invested in WWE and wrestling. I mean, for crying out loud, Pixel Dan is a wrestler. Do you know what I mean? Like, he should be the one of the guys that you should be reaching out to right away to try and get some, people excited about this idea of a wrestling ring being offered at Mattel Creations. Even Robo over at the Foosh, he's a pretty big wrestling fan, and yeah, like, why not get the word out to these guys early on so that people know that this wrestling ring is on the way? As it is right now, we have 1 day to prepare for this, and it's a $140, item. And if it sells out, there are a lot of fans who really would not have known about it, or the opposite could be true. Nobody knows about it, and it takes forever to sell this thing out. I don't know. I'm just very, very confused at Mattel Creations' overall marketing scheme, particularly the fact that they have mentioned in the past they would like to sort of move, much of their premium products over to Mattel Creations, as the business model. I'm very, very confused by this idea. It sort of reminds me of how Mondo used to do their, releases, pretty much announcing it a month before, maybe, and then releasing it a few days before it actually goes on sale. As social media posts and stuff like that. It's a really, really strange model, and I understand the idea of fear of missing out, getting the word out as quickly as possible, but then making it limited availability, all these kinds of crazy things. But at the same time, a lot of fans are going to be pretty upset about this if they miss out on this if it sells out. And worse, if it doesn't sell out and just sits there, much the same way that Space Sumo is still doing, this could definitely not look great on the part of Mattel. So, yeah, guys, now you know, and I'm wondering about whether or not you are going to be picking up this WWE ring. Are you a fan of the Attitude Era? And are you a fan of this particular release? The Raw ring looks pretty cool. I have to admit, it does look pretty cool, but it is just a full-size ring with a figure. And is that enough to sell this at a $140 price point? I'm really curious. Guys, let me know in the comment section below if you're going to pick this up, or if this just completely blindsided you and you're not prepared. Literally $140 right after Christmas? I know some people get Christmas money, but is this something that they really want to spend on? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please do leave me a like. It really helps me out. And if you're in the position to help out the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It's MegaJ Retro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons of the channel really do help me to make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do this without them. Guys, you are the best. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much for another 2023. This is going to be amazing. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Mattel, what are you guys doing? Come on. Get that attitude going. Keep proud. I want to give a huge shout out to all my Patreon and channel member supporters. Thank you so much, everybody. It's thanks to your support that this channel continues to grow, and I really could not have done this without you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It really means a lot and really helps the channel to keep growing.